morning, everyone. That is the beautiful, beautiful morning that we are looking at. Live shot from North Main Street in Barrie, Vermont. 185 North Main Street, to be exact, home of the Fly on the Wall Productions, the Aired Out Podcast. Streamed everywhere you get your podcasts and on the web at airedoutvt.com. Good morning, I'm JD Green. Raylene is out this morning. 'Tis just I. And I want to say, top of the morning to you. A couple of funky things going on here in the studio this morning. We'll see if we can get things working. Oh, God. Not turning my camera on! Just like that, it decides it's going to work this morning. We're going to be chatting. Well, I'm going to try to chat with him this morning. You never know if he's going to answer his phone. Chad Hollister, at around 9:45, 9:40, somewhere in that ballpark, if we can connect with him. Chad has a very busy life, and he has a boatload of stuff that is going on. Performances everywhere. I can't wait to hear what's going on with Chad Hollister. If you're not familiar with his music, you really should be. Check him out. Worcester guy. Love him. Jeanette Kingsbury is also going to be with us this morning, right around 9:30 or so, from the Central Vermont Chamber of Commerce. There is a lot of stuff that is going on this weekend, most of which is already on the Facebook page. Raylene's been posting up stuff this morning. I know that Central Vermont Cars and Coffee, at least from what unless I'm blanking here on the date, I'm pretty sure that the next Cars and Coffee is going to be this coming Sunday at Aspen Dental from 9 till noon. I will double check on that. I will also check out the Central Vermont Cars and Coffee Facebook page as well. Drew Lamb is the guy behind it. And he is amazing. Puts in so much effort and so much time, along with many automobile enthusiasts who bring their classics to show off. Little snafu this morning, again in 80 on Interstate 89 in the Winooski area. I think things are rolling a little bit better in that area than they were a few hours ago, where it was like 10 miles an hour or something I had heard. But Interstate 89 southbound side in the area of Winooski had a little bang up this morning. But I think everybody's okay and things are moving along a little bit better. We have lots of clouds today, says Roger Hill. An isolated shower or thunderstorm developing this afternoon. He's saying that some of these storms could be more numerous toward dark. Very muggy today. Middle 70s, but expect some rain showers moving into the picture by this afternoon, mid-afternoon at the latest, says Roger. As promised, we're getting the rain. Tonight, more clouds and showers, a few embedded thunderstorms that could be, Roger says, moderate to heavy at times, depending on where you are. So, don't be surprised if you see some lightning and you hear some thunder tonight, and it could be even working its way in areas through the overnight. So this could be one of those nights where you wake up in the middle of the night to hear the sound of thunder. Down around 55, and then tomorrow on Friday, more clouds than sun. Widely scattered afternoon showers. Still some areas of thunder rumbling. 70 to 75. Still muggy. Looks like Saturday, lots of clouds. Chance of showers. Maybe a little bit of thunder. Upper 60s. There's the cool front right there. Looks like Sunday to finish up the weekend, partly to mostly cloudy. Chance of showers, maybe some thunder too, and 50 to 55. So, anytime it's muggy and we get a cool front, it's kind of fighting a little bit with a warm front, we could get some thunder. It's that easy. Happy National Higher Education Day. Sean Perry, who was just in here not too long ago, well into his 40s. I probably shouldn't say that on the air, and going back to work towards getting his master's. So kudos to you, brother, if you're listening this morning on this National Higher Education Day. We should always be striving to better ourselves. Birthdays today. We have Mark Poulin on the list. You know Mark Poulin. And if you do, you ought to make fun of him and tell him that you heard that it was his birthday on the Air It Out podcast. Richard Bashara, there's one right there, 61. I'm in trouble now. Erica DeLude is 43 today. We have Kyle McGaskill on the birthday list at 26. Shannon Cookson, happy birthday, 27 for you. David Ball, yes, that David Ball, happy birthday. Mary Thorne, Shelley Law, June Ryder, Norma Hatch, and Chris Predix, all celebrating birthdays today. It is Thursday over at Jerry's. You probably already knew that, but yeah, they're going to be serving up the drinks. They're also going to be serving up the wings and the pizza and the dogs and the nuggets and the chicken strips and everything else that you can imagine. Oh, yeah, the panko shrimp, too. Chicken cordon bleu bites. That's just some of it, of what they've got over at Jerry's. Doors open at 3 o'clock. Get over there. Enjoy a Corona Rita, or whatever I don't know how they pronounce that, but it's a Corona that's tipped upside down into a margarita. And I don't care whether it's in there or not. I just love it. I love all of it. Yes, I got my new shirt that Sherilyn got me. I'm calling this my tequila shirt. No, I'm not drinking tequila on the air this morning. Hey, Giroux General Transport. Their next CDL training course is coming up. It is June 17th. Today is the 6th. You do the math. This is what I do know. I know that if you're thinking about getting your CDL license, you are kind of running out of time here, and you should be making a phone call. I'm going to give you a phone number here in a second. And it's not just you. If you might know someone who is thinking about or should get their CDL license. And when you hear CDL, don't have to, think, oh, that's an automatic truck driver. No. You could be, driving a school bus. You could be doing a big truck, small truck. You could be working for the town. You could be working for a fuel company. June 17th is the next CDL training at Giroux General Transport. The roster is open. They have some spots left. They will probably fill. They always do. You need to reserve your spot. You need to call Tracy over at Giroux General Transport, and you need to do it today. Grab your phone, punch this number in right here, 802-279-3325, 802-279-3325. Where am I getting that? Right off the Aired Out Facebook page, because we're always posting their ads up there, what they're doing. Great stuff. We're also going to be posting up all of the movies that are out and that are going to be in theaters this weekend at FGB Theaters, one of our presenting sponsors, along with Giroux General Transport. Oh, yeah. We're talking about the Capitol Showplace 5 in Montpelier and the Paramount Twin right here in Barrie. So keep watch. And with all the rain, might as well go see a movie. Digital, surround sound, Dolby sound, good sound, seats that recline. You want concessions? Great. You want a cold beer or a glass of wine? Can do that too. Believe it or not, at both theaters. Lots to get to. We have in Vermont news this morning, we have a bill to ensure the right to contraception for Americans shot down by Senate Republicans Wednesday, with only 2 GOP senators voting in support of the measure. The bill would have guaranteed the right for people to access birth control and allow healthcare workers and healthcare providers to prescribe them. Before yesterday's vote, Vermont Senator Peter Welch took the Senate floor to advocate for the bill's passage. The whole story is on Aired Out this morning if you want to read about it. A political consultant who sent artificial intelligence-generated robocalls mimicking President Joe Biden made his first court appearance yesterday in New Hampshire. This story's on Aired Out as well. He's charged with voter suppression and impersonating a candidate ahead of the state's first-in-the-nation presidential primary. Stephen Kramer is his name. Faces a proposed $6 million fine from the Federal Communications Commission. Normally, you don't want to screw with the FCC. He has admitted orchestrating a message that was sent to thousands of voters 2 days before the January 23rd primary. Charges were filed in 4 counties. They're being prosecuted by the state attorney general's office. Stephen Kramer. Yeah. We have 3, not 1, not 2, 3 Shaftesbury residents now facing drug charges stemming from an investigation into a shooting that took place at a home in the town last October. You remember us talking about this, that involved 2 New Jersey men. I have to be honest with you. There's so much of this that's going on that I often forget about them. Stories like this, because there's just so much of it. And is it Colchester? I mean, it's like all the time. Here's the charges. Attempted first, and I'm tired of hearing about New Jersey and New York City and Massachusetts. Folk in our state bringing drugs in and killing people and busting into people's homes and stuff. I'm tired of it. I know. Everyone is. Here's the charges. Attempted first-degree murder, kidnapping, and aggravated assault. We'll see what happens. At least we'll try to pay attention to this story. Maybe it'll get dusted under the rug. I don't know. Maybe it'll get lost in all of the other stories. See what happens. I know that these guys are being held without bail and all that. There's more to the story. You can read about it on Aired Out. It's on the page. We have a senior citizen in Franklin County. Pops is his name. That's his nickname. Well known, well loved. He is 78 years old, and he is now recovering after a brutal attack by a person over the weekend, a person that is less than half his age. Yesterday, did you hear about this story? Police in Swanton located and cited this 20-year-old asshat by the name of George Rockwood, who allegedly jumped this 78-year-old man Sunday in front of a church in the center of town in broad daylight because he had asked Pops for $20. And Pops, who suffers from dementia, didn't respond appropriately to George Rockwood. Didn't like Pops saying, "No, I don't have $20. So he jumped him and beat him up. If you want to see the picture, which is pretty nasty, it's right on the Aired Out page. Here's the charges that Rockwood is now facing, and will probably get a slap on the wrist over. Sorry, I just had to say that. Simple assault. Any others? No. Just simple assault. Pop's family said that they basically don't feel safe leaving their houses anymore. And the neighbors are telling WCAX the same thing. Hang in there, Pops. You're loved. And how disappointing and frankly disgusting is it to hear that any Vermonters would have to say or feel that they don't feel safe leaving their house anymore. We have a Colchester man who's in jail, high-speed chase that led to this guy. I'll give you his name here, Thomas Burke, 43 years old. High-speed chase, crashed his car into several cars at a traffic light. Not sure the extent of the injuries to those victims. Then got out of his car. There was a foot chase that ensued. Before Thomas Burke left his car, he grabbed his trusty hammer and took that with him on the run, just in case the police caught up with him, which they did, and he threatened the police with the hammer. Looks like he may have been tased. He is now camping out at the St. Albans campground, also known as jail. He'll be in court today. Police in Danville are looking for a driver who on Monday had apparently some scrap metal in a trailer that came out and hit a bicyclist, injuring that bicyclist, and then the driver continued to drive. So we don't know whether or not that driver was even aware of what happened. But again, police are investigating and trying to find this driver, and the bicyclist has been treated for injuries and is doing okay. So there you have it. It's dangerous being on the road. Let's see. We have federal money soon on the way to help Vermont water systems in different communities. We're talking about the sum of $6.8 million, all part of the American Rescue Plan that is going to be helping what's being called the Water Systems Recovery Program. These are water facilities impacted by the flood last year. $6.8 million. A Woodbury man was found asleep in his car at the Coventry rest stop on Interstate 91 at 10:30 yesterday morning, allegedly high on drugs. Here's the shocking part. Police found fentanyl in his car. Imagine that. You think our, and I know I talked about this yesterday a little bit, or maybe it was the day before. I don't know. Do you think our Vermont legislators are hearing these daily stories similar to this. I wonder if they're fully aware. I wonder if they actually sit and watch the news at night, listen to the news, read the paper, read stuff. Whether it's CAX, Times Argus, 2244, PTZ. It's everywhere. I know it. You know it. A new Vermont loan program that is aimed at helping migrant workers is now in existence. Its goal is to create new housing support for migrant workers. The Champlain Housing Trust, we're talking about $30,000, which really doesn't seem like that much money, at 0% interest. I think that's pretty cool. Lake Champlain cleanup efforts back in the news this morning in Vermont. And a new report released yesterday shows some mixed results. One of our most essential resources here in Vermont. A lot of talk about the phosphorus levels again. Yeah. It's all on the Aired Out page if you want to read about it. It is 9:30, day number 6 of the month. I can't believe it. It's flying by. We're going to check in with the Central Vermont Chamber of Commerce. Jeanette Kingsbury, good morning.
Good morning, JD. How are you?
Hey, 100%. I've had a cup of coffee this morning. I'm feeling good. I got my
right on.
I got one of my new favorite shirts on.
That always makes you feel good.
Life is good. Life is good.
Right.
Happy Thursday to you. I was just saying on the air, I can't believe how fast this month is already ticking by. Day number 6 of the month of June. God.
Yeah, it's zipping.
It's flying. It's flying. How are things over at the Chamber of Commerce? You guys have been just buried lately.
Yeah, we've been busy and happy, though, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it makes the days go by for sure. So, yeah, we just finished up our golf tournament, which was a huge success and a really fun day. And we always enjoy that. And now we're just looking forward, to what's coming in the future, which tonight, right,
Yes.
is our mixer at the Redfield House.
Whew. Tell me about that a little bit.
So the owner and host, George Estes, he'll be there today with his hot dog diggity dog cart, right? And he's going to be serving up some hot dogs and burgers and sausage, peppers, and onions, and he's even going to have, water, all the good stuff to drink, including beer and wine. And he's going to have live music there with Sarah Grace.
Nice.
And wonderful door prizes. We have some gift cards from Julio's Cantina and a nice 50-50 raffle with the Habitat for Humanity that will benefit. And, it's looking to be a good time. So the building that George has, it is a huge building, the Redfield House. It's a beautiful building. Got a little damage, just a little by the flood, and George has restored it all himself. It looks fabulous. He has several office spaces that he has rented out. He has about a half a dozen spaces for traveling nurses.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's a big old house. So they have this beautiful, little kitchen common space and a nice living room area common space. And it's just such a great old house, it has like 30-plus parking spots. So don't worry. Come on down.
Wow.
And it's kind of kitty-cornered across the street from Perry's gas station right there on the corner. It's 149 State Street.
All right. I was going to ask you for the address. 149 State Street. All right. 5:30 start tonight? Maybe
nope.
Get...
Is 5.
It 5 o'clock? 5 o'clock. Okay.
Yes, 5 to 6:30.
All right. So it's an hour and a half of mixing, food, networking, bring a business card. And I always like to say this. Anytime the Central Vermont Chamber of Commerce does a mixer. It's so important to mention here that you do not have to be one of the 27 new members in 2023, and that number's growing. You don't have to be a member. This is something that's open to everyone. It's what, $10 if you're not a member of the Chamber of Commerce, right?
You got it. Absolutely. Right. Come on down.
Yeah, and just feel welcome to just be there, enjoy, grab some food, enter your name in the raffle. You guys are always, every time there's a mixer, there's a raffle.
We have a lot of fun raffle. Yes, yeah. A lot of fun door prizes tonight. And we love to see new guys come along. And every mixer, we seem to get a sprinkling of people who aren't members, and it's just wonderful, We're making new friends, and it all just goes on from there.
It's such a good time. And we love what you guys do. We just love the fact that the goal of the chamber is to get people out of their cars, out of their homes, come together, get under a roof, the same roof, share some laughs, network, bring business cards, talk. You can talk about whatever you want, and just work together, just collaborate together with ideas, and seriously consider becoming a member. We're members. We have been for years, always will be. What you guys do, and there's damn good reason why, because we just love being a partner with any organization that is community-minded like you guys. You put the people and the business first over all things, and that's why you guys are like just cranking it. Like I just said, 27 new members in 2023. I don't even know where we're at in 2024 yet.
Thank you so much, JD.
Do you know? Just off your head, do you know where we're at for membership right now?
Oh, geez.
I know.
Off the top of my head, I don't. I would have to go look at that board around the corner.
No, that's fine.
But I would say, geez, we're at least I think around the halfway mark of that. For 23, so we're right on schedule here.
That's awesome.
And
centralvt.com, where you obviously can learn about being a member and everything. But Jenna, here we are, approaching quickly the 1-year anniversary of the July 10th flood. And the Chamber of Commerce, what you guys did in the days and weeks and months, frankly, after that flood is nothing less than miraculous. Thousands and thousands of dollars in grant money were raised and distributed to 26 local businesses impacted by the flood last summer, and you guys were front and center on that, and that is so impressive.
Yeah, well, a big thank you for that, but it's the least we could do. I mean, the businesses that were affected, the perseverance is just incredible.
Yeah.
And how could we give? Well, that's the way that we could help.
Yeah.
So we were more than happy to do it, and wish that we could have done more for sure.
The golf tournament you said was a huge success. What was that, like year number 30 or something?
31st year.
Unreal.
Yoo-hoo.
Unreal.
Yeah. And the 100th anniversary for the golf course itself. So it was, it was just a lovely day, Couldn't have had nicer weather. It was fabulous.
I know that you've got a busy summer. I know the Athena Leadership Awards are coming up in the fall, right?
Oh, they'll be here before you know it. Yes, that's the first part of November. But before that, in August, we are doing a new event. We will be hosting the Beer Garden on August 9th and 10th down at the the Antique and Classic Car Show down at Forest Field.
Forest Field.
August. Yes. So that's going to be a lot of fun and new for us. We're excited about that. And then following on the heels in September, again, down in Forest Field under a tent, we are going to have our Calcutta, and we're going to do a brunch theme this year.
Oh, my God.
So, right? I know. Fun. And we're going to work on a bigger and better silent auction table. So keep on the lookout for that. And, so we're just excited for what's coming. Working on it.
Just a small taste of what the team at the Central Vermont Chamber of Commerce is doing, has done, and is still doing today for thousands and thousands of Vermonters. We love being connected to you guys. Thank you so much, Jeanette.
And we just adore our partnership with you, JD. Keep on fighting the good fight and being out there with your happy self, being vocal. We so appreciate you.
You got it. And come in sometime, too. All right? Say hi to Kevin
I'll do it.
and to the rest of the team.
Okay, I'll do it. I will.
Thanks, Jeanette.
Okay, you take care. Yep, bye-bye.
Jeanette Kingsbury from the Central Vermont Chamber of Commerce, where business and opportunity meet. Again, hop on their page, centralvt.com. Still checking some of the other things going on, national headlines that we're posting about this morning. More deadly weather. I know the twister in Maryland is a big story. Detroit also experiencing some horrible weather. Just unbelievable stuff. We have a Georgia appeals court that has halted the election subversion conspiracy case against former President Donald Trump and several of his co-defendants. Massive victory for the Trump team, who is seeking to push his legal issues until 2025 if they can't beat them altogether. So we'll see what happens. But the new order from the Georgia Court of Appeals is the latest indication that a trial in the state-level Georgia election subversion case will not occur before the 2024 presidential election. Huge news this morning. Another new version of the COVID-19 vaccine is likely going to be coming this fall. A group of FDA vaccine advisors voted unanimously yesterday to recommend that the agency tell vaccine manufacturers to update the COVID-19 shots so they'll be more effective. See what happens. FDA told the advisory committee yesterday that studies have shown that the current availability of COVID-19 vaccines appears to be less effective against the variants that are now in circulation. Let's see. What else do we have? Millions are going to be voting in the European Parliament elections. 27 nations headed to the polls today through Sunday to elect 720 members of the next parliament. We have Boeing's Starliner astronauts. Did you see the launch yesterday? They are set to dock at the International Space Station today at 12:15. Yesterday marked the company's first successful launch to outer space. With the other two, I think it was two that were scrubbed. Maybe it was three. I don't know. Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams aboard the Starliner. Two veteran NASA astronauts. And they'll be up there for quite a while. Next 8 days, they're going to be joining 7 others at the International Space Station and deliver a replacement pump to fix the station's urine processor. critical part of NASA's water recovery system, enabling the station to recycle 98% of its water. I'm just going to move right along from that. I wonder what the price tag is after all said and done. The fuel and the astronauts and putting everything up there into space to fix the urine processor. Boston Celtics, Dallas Mavericks facing off in Game 1 of the NBA Finals tonight, 8:30, the first ever postseason matchup between these two teams. Both easily won their conference championships, with Dallas dropping the Timberwolves in 5 games and Boston sweeping the Pacers. Both are led by a couple of incredible players, and I know that Shep is talking about it and was talking about it last night. But Boston is entering as the favorite, looking for its record 18th championship. Dallas is chasing its second title, the first since 2011. And I think I had some more sports here this morning, and I'm just going to I know the Mountaineers are going to be back in action tonight, not at home. Next home game for the Mountaineers is going to be Saturday and Sunday. Sunday back with Sanford as they try to get a win. They were shut out by Sanford on game number 1 on Tuesday night. Let's see, what else did I have this morning? I thought I had some more sports. Red Sox, yes, they're going to be playing tonight, aren't they? Yes, I think so. Yes, 8:10 in Chicago, taking on the White Sox. Again, Roger Hill is saying some clouds, some rain showers today, especially more likely as we get into this afternoon. Don't be surprised if the showers and thunderstorms continue into this evening. And depending on where you are, some isolated heavy downpours tonight, Roger says, is possible. Today marks the 80th anniversary of D-Day, first day of the Normandy landings. That was a pivotal moment for World War II. And I know that there are many pictures and video circulating all over the news of it was some of it was hard to see. These soldiers video replaying of them unloading from these boats and storming the beaches and dying within seconds, if not minutes. Tens of thousands of troops from countries including the United States, the UK, and Canada hitting the coastline of Normandy, France, 80 years ago today. Incredible. And there's a couple of these guys who are still alive. There's one guy that's 100 years old that was 19 years old when he was storming the beach of Normandy. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Let's see if we can get him right now. Chad Hollister, good morning, buddy.
Hey, good morning, JD.
Pal, I'm almost starting to forget what you look like, buddy.
It's been too long, brother. Yes.
It's been a very, very long time. Are you still Are you still sporting your optical expressions glasses like I am this morning?
Always, always. Marky Liepert, actually, Mark and Timmy, sponsors for this amazing show that we got coming up in just about a week.
Man,
Um,
please do tell. And obviously I want to ask you about the Trapp Family Lodge show, which is coming up too. Please do tell everything.
Well, we're excited. It's going to be beautiful. I actually just visited the site a couple days ago and popped up a reel of just that stage in that setting is just amazing, and we love it so much. It's our 4th year. It's Sunday, June 16th, Father's Day. Carry in, carry out, which means you can bring all the booze, food, whatever you want. Just take it with you, so we keep the field clean so we can do it again.
Yeah.
Gates 4:30 for picnicking. Show is 6 to 8. It's with the Acoustic Quintet. And you might ask, Chad, what does that mean? Well,
Chad, what is the Acoustic Quintet?
funny you should ask, JD. It was put together specifically for Trapp because there's a lot of formations of the band. I do a lot solo. Primo and I do a lot duo. But the quintet, I wanted something really classy because, the Trapp Family Lodge, the home of the Sound of Music family. I wanted to be classy. And not that the full band, all 9 of us, is not classy. You've seen that at the Barry Opera House and the
Sure.
Spruce Peak Performing Arts Center and so on and so forth. But this is just a classy setup with Primo and I on acoustics and vocals, our bass player Rudy Doff on bass and vocals, Chris Peterman on the saxophone, and then our percussionist Yauba Garcia, who's off the road with the Talking Heads, coming in from Boston, Mass, and our sound team, Ezra Mulheron, and it's just
MSR
it's
Sound. Ezra is the king. I mean, it's like anything that Ezra does sound for is the highest of the high end.
Well, and that's why we use Ezra and Josh. Josh Niebling is one of his amazing sound engineers. Traveled the country with us, and so we love having them on. Josh will be there too, and it's just a kind of a hard to explain day. And another thing that I always like to underline is that I self-produce this entire show. So the Trapp Family Lodge, of course, that we love, is not paying us. Actually, we pay them to rent that site.
Yeah.
I hire our guys for parking. I hire my merch people, my ticketing people. So really the only thing about the Trapp Family Lodge, that of course we love, I'm not saying, but I want people to know that all the finances for this show come to us as musicians, and none goes to what some might see as a big corporation or this and that. It's just it's a self-produced show, which is, some people have asked me, why, I don't know, whatever beef they have with whatever anything, but
Sure.
it's very it's a lot of work, and you're always so amazing at helping us get the word out there, and seeing it. But I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to send you a video of me on the stage, so you can share it with these awesome listeners of yours. But and if you want, like, I love Aired Out and JD and Raylene so much, I want to give away a pair of tickets today, and you can choose how you want to do that. You can do a competition, or you can do whatever. If people, they can, maybe they write in and say their favorite Chad Hollister song. So if they don't,
let's do it right now. Let's say the first person that can text in the comment section the title of your song that involves the world.
Okay.
And
all right.
The first person that can text in the comment in the comment section the title of that song that has the word world in it.
Yep.
We'll give away what, 2 tickets?
Sure. Let's give away a pair. Yep.
All right.
That's amazing. But yeah, it's just an amazing day, and it's our biggest show of the year. You know, I mean, you remember the days, and we talk about this in history. Pre-COVID, we for 7 years we sold out the Spruce Peak Performing Arts Center, and then this was kind of our coming out of COVID gig. I mean, actually, even before we were doing this because it was outdoors, and this is our 4th year, so
Wow.
we started. Yeah, it's amazing.
You really had to come up with some creative ways to keep your engagement and your connectivity with not just your fans, but people that maybe hadn't yet discovered Chad Hollister music, to bring them in and let them find a place where they could really connect with your music, your artistry in a way that was really impactful and meaningful to them at a dark time, man. And that was, you had a tall order, brother, to try to do that. And you did that with house concerts. You did that with live streams, with horrifically bad internet service over there in Worcester.
Yes,
I might
sir.
just say, but also the Trap Family Lodge in other ways where you had some physical distance and proximity to your audience, but also were able to bring them right onto the stage with you. And that's not something that everyone can do, Chad.
Well, I appreciate it, man. You know, JD Green was so excited that he fell over backwards at one of the shows. Actually, I mean, so excited in his own lawn chair, soaking in the moment, just right over backwards.
What it had nothing. Your wife laughed so hard she could barely hold it together. It had nothing to do with the margarita that I was sipping on, and it had
No.
everything to do with the fact that part of your lawn had a soft spot in it, and the leg of the chair just sunk in a little extra deep and popped.
My lawn has a soft spot for JD and Sherilyn and Lily.
It's not about how fast you fall over, my friend. It's how fast you can get up.
That's true.
And
That's true.
It was the lack of speed of me returning to my feet that was more embarrassing than the fall itself.
Right. Right.
Kristen Perry says, "Stop the world."
Kristen Perry, you are the winner.
There you go.
Look at her.
Cowbell.
Kristen Perry has won a pair of tickets to the Trap Family Lodge on Father's Day.
Tell us the date again on. I don't even know
It is
Father's Day. What is that?
It's 1 week from Sunday, so it's June 16th. And we know about Vermont's Mother Nature, and because we have a rain date, which is the following day, Monday, June 17th, it's going to be beautiful, of course.
Of course.
But in the event that we do have that extra one, but she has won, and Kristen, congrats, and thanks for either knowing my music or going to the internet immediately and saying, the world, Chad Hollister, what? And then it would give you the answer.
Any studio time being spent these days, or discussions of new recordings, new albums, all that stuff?
Yeah, great question. We're in the works. We're the way I'm releasing singles, and so a few months back we released Inner Sovereignty.
Oh yeah,
that is
amazing.
That is on Chad Music, and truly, so Spotify is great, Apple Music is great. But the true way to be able to support an artist is to buy the music from the artist. And you can do that at my website, which is chadmusic.com. You can buy all of our titles. The streaming industry is really hard on artists because although it brings us to the forefront, like people are like, wow, you have a Spotify station.
Right.
But what they don't realize is it takes 1 million streams. 1 million streams. Like, just think about how much work that is. And then with that 1 million streams, I make maybe $2,000. So, that threshold is just crazy. So the best way is to be coming out to these shows, to be buying our merch. We're making up some limited edition Chad Hollister Acoustic Quintet, Trap Family Lodge, merch, limited, I say, because I really made much less this year because I didn't want it left over. But just going to the band, each band's website and supporting them that way. And hey, I would love to mention, is it cool to mention our sponsors, JD? I don't want to get it.
Chad, I always say it is, buddy. I always
Great.
say this, of course.
Great. Well, I know you have your sponsors, but so this day is made possible by the wonderful Optical Expressions, as we mentioned.
Buddy, I'm wearing Optical Expressions glasses right frickin' now.
There you go. Also, Capital Cannabis of Montpelier, and the Alpine Shop in South Burlington, Minuteman Press, the amazing folks at Minuteman have printed all our posters, and The Point FM is our radio sponsor. And then also, so you know, there's a portion of the proceeds that go to the Vermont Federation of Families for Children's Mental Health. We are giving away tickets to families in need. And as you know, JD, one of my kind of core messages is mental health, and mental health as a full family, like parenting and being a family is not easy. And so the Vermont Federation really helps families that are just, trying to do the best that they can. And so they're going to have families there on us that just will take them away from whatever it is that they're dealing with in their daily lives to come to this show. And then we're going to raise some money for their incredible programs. And so that's really exciting for us because we really appreciate those folks. And Amy Lincoln Moore has been a friend of ours for a long time. She deals with the families, and so that's a great thing. We really love to, with these kind of shows, we love to, of course, play music, but we also love to give back to the community, and that's a really great way to do it.
This is obviously something that's very important to you, Chad, because this is not the first time you've done this.
No, we did it last year as well, and we have a lot of causes. We help out our veterans. We just have such an appreciation. Major Shannon Blake that you have met before was flew Huey helicopters in Afghanistan, and he runs the Warrior SOAR program. That is just an amazing program for our vets. So we do work with them.
They've been on the air. They've been on aired out with us.
Yeah, Shannon, they're amazing.
Shannon's incredible.
He is. He's a dear friend, and then we do a lot of work with on the other side of families, which actually the Vermont Federation works with too. But Prevent Child Abuse Vermont, Ed Bride and the whole crew there. That Barry Opera House show that we did was benefiting them, and so we can't exist without. And this is the same thing with you, brother, without our community, and so. Like without community, we're nothing. We love to play music, and I would certainly play music for myself because it feeds my soul. But when we can help out our brothers and sisters, we love to do that. So this is a cool way.
Listen, next time you speak with Shannon, you're going to talk with him before I am. Would you just?
I'm going to message him today because I've got some tickets for him and his friends. So, yeah.
Please tell him that I say hello and that I would absolutely love for him to come back on Aired Out on his schedule when it's good for him.
Done.
All right.
I love that. Hey, I tell you what, I'm in a really good mood and I'm so happy for Kelly. Let's give another pair away, but you get to make up the second trivia. What is it?
Right now off the top of my head.
Off the top, I tell you what if they can come up with another song title, like their favorite song title off any record?
Any Chad Hollister song. I was going to say how many pairs of Optical Expressions glasses does Chad Hollister own?
Oh, geez. Here's the problem. I don't even know it.
I know you don't. And
I don't.
sometimes the glasses will change by the hour and sometimes by the day.
Yeah, or sometimes I step on them on stage, so I have to go blind for a little bit. But
Right.
they know how hard I am. Both Mark and Tim and former owner Pete Boyle know. I had Pete Boyle sending me glasses down to Florida when I was playing the American Airlines Arena down there to 30,000 people. He sent them right to the stage door.
Unreal. I want to throw some while we're waiting for somebody to drop a comment here on it.
Yeah.
Any Chad Hollister song that you enjoy, text it right now in the comments, and we'll give you another pair of tickets for the Father's Day June 16th show. I want to throw some love at your photographer. I think his name is Brian. Is his name Brian?
Yeah, Brian Drower.
Man, that guy is freaking unbelievably talented. He captures you and your musicians on stage in a way that I've just never seen, man.
Oh, he's amazing. He's coming to the show. He's there. He's not even photographing this time. He's just coming. He and his wife love to come and hang, and so he's a really good friend. I met him through our percussionist Yaoba, and because he used to be really good still is good friends with the whole Ryan Montbleu crew.
Yes.
Ryan, another good friend, Ryan, that is now living in Burlington, Vermont, but is a major. I'm a huge fan of Ryan's, and he's an amazing singer-songwriter, and he's a friend of the band's, and we're friends of his whole crew. But so it's always fun to have the community spread. And Brian's a true brother for sure.
Let's mention again, whether you're coming to the Father's Day show at the Trapp Family Lodge or not, please support local musicians. In a way of just buying their album. You're not going to be coming off of the stage at the Trapp Family Lodge on June 16th ready to buy a new Rolls Royce.
No, I'll be lucky if I keep my Pacer with tires on it. Okay, I don't have a Pacer, but no, the tour bus is a Toyota Sienna van.
Yes.
that takes us everywhere we need to go. That can fit my PA system, my small PA, and Katie and Riley and Bodie, and we do that from time to time.
How are Riley and Bodie doing? I'm not sure I even want to ask how old they are, bro, because it's just.
Well, they're amazing. So Riley has taken a gap year, and she's heading to college in the fall. She's doing some classes at CCV, and she's amazing. She spent some time in Panama and in Spain and France and the Netherlands, and actually visited. I saw your post. Her boyfriend Maddox Montgomery, who's a part of our family, is a huge history buff, and they went to Normandy and visited the beaches that you were posting about today. And so this is the anniversary of the invasion of Normandy today, which is a very historical day. Yep. So she is doing wonderfully, and just turned 19 last week. And then Bodie is a junior at U32. He's playing lacrosse. Actually, they play Randolph with his. He plays for Montpelier. Montpelier and U32 joined together to make a team, and he's on he's captain of the varsity lacrosse team. With his buddy Preston, and they're co-captains, and they take on Randolph Union High School tomorrow in the first round of the state championship.
Wow,
so they're
really?
seated fifth with a record of 2-9, and so they're going to give it all they got to make it to the second round, and we'll see how it goes, but it's been definitely a building season for them. But Bode's doing great. He's a junior, and we'll head on to early college next year at Norwich University, which is a cool program through U32.
Yeah. Now, Lily just finished up her softball season with the final game last night. Wildcats. She is so good. She's so amazing. I'm just wondering, as a dad, Do you, when you're at one of Bodie's games, do you scream and yell like a teenage girl at a Taylor
Yeah,
Swift concert?
Yes, Katie has to shut me up because sometimes what I scream, I never yell at the refs because that's really important. These
Sure.
guys are getting paid next to nothing, and
Right.
don't be a jerk. But I mean, I do get excited, but she has to tell me to not yell in her ear or whatever. Because I mean, I try and build up, let's go Bodie, or let's go, go white. Their uniforms are white, or yell out the number 1-3. Bodie's number 2 on the team, and so let's go 2, or but
Yeah.
I do get a little excited.
Yeah. Have you ever jumped out of the chair and bit, kind of run onto the field a little bit like I
Never.
may have?
No.
Okay.
I've never done that, but I did a few games ago. We knew it was going to be really hot, so we bought Gatorade for the whole team. So I did carried a cooler all the way across the field to the ravaging thirsty fellas at halftime.
That's love.
Yeah, that was exciting. But
how's Katie doing with her art?
Katie's doing really well, and thanks for asking. And if anybody's ever interested in like doing a painting class or being a part of, she does monthly paint and sips, which is where you come in for a couple hours. She guides you, and you can never have painted in your life.
Right.
And she guides you through a painting. You bring what you like to drink. It can have alcohol in it. It can be Pepsi or Gatorade or water, anything you want. And she guides you through an amazing painting, and then you take it home with you, all for the cost of I think it's $45. And you can see her art and register for these things at KatieO'RourkeArt.com.
Amazing.
So there you go. She's great. She just turned 50 last week.
Seriously?
Yeah, she's catching up to me, which is a good thing because I feel old.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, of course, I'm 35, so I don't know.
Well,
really.
That's true. But I love chatting with you, man. Listen, you know where the studio is.
I do.
It's all been rebuilt since the flood. It took 7 months. We're here.
Man.
And we would love to have you come in anytime with a guitar or not. It doesn't matter. You're always welcome. Just let me know.
I appreciate it. Hey, do we have a winner yet?
Well, we've got Katie's song, which of course is "Flowers for No Reason."
No, that's a winner. That's off a different record, and I want to know who. I want to know who requested that.
That's Glenn Brummert, but he says he's not able to make it.
Okay, so then we'll just wait for the next answer, and it doesn't have to be right now, but you can keep mentioning it to people throughout the day. But Katie's song
was all right. Talk to me. Sing it.
It is. Well, so there's Flower for No Reason was written for Katie, and that's going to be on the new record that we're working on right now, releasing singles. Be Kind will be the next release, and then Flowers and so on, other new songs. But Katie's song is off of Spirits, and it's a really beautiful ballad that I wrote for Katie, which was just kind of that realization of bringing Riley into this world, which was right. It was right around that time, and the hopes and dreams for our children, bringing them into this world, and that it is all possible through my beautiful wife, Katie O'Rourke.
Fantastic.
So,
Fantastic.
Yep. So tell him. I'm telling him right now. Thank you for that request. That's what we call a deep cut. And it's really one of my. I love all my records. They're also like children. And
Brummert's got one up on me. I mean, I thought it was Flowers for No Reason. So I mean, there you go. That's cool as hell.
Yeah, that's awesome,
brother. Yeah. Thank you, my man. I love you so much, and I don't know.
Love you too, buddy.
I don't know when I'll see you.
I'm hoping you can celebrate Father's Day with us, because I certainly have tickets for you and your family. So you let me know. I don't know, what you got going on, but is
it my decision how Father's Day is spent?
Well, I would say yes, but I do know the power of Sherilyn, and I know how she's very convincing. So if she has plans, you best go with them. But if you can present this as a serious option, and to let her know that it also is courtesy of your buddy,
All right.
Chad.
What you're saying is don't paddle against the stream if you don't have to.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm with you,
Yeah.
buddy. Thanks, pal.
All right.
Love you, man.
Love you, buddy. Stay safe. Peace.
You got it. Chad Hollister, chadmusic.com. Check out his site if you can. Love having that guy on. The big world story that I think I missed this morning and didn't mention, of course, is the Israeli airstrike that hit a UN-run school at a refugee camp in Gaza overnight, which, of course, is just further inflaming the tensions in the Middle East. The death toll from that strike has now risen to 45, with women and children among the dead. Sad story, very sad to see what is continuing to happen in our world. But there's a lot to that story. There's much more details. If you want to read about it this morning, I'm sure that you can. So, yeah, thank you, Chad, and thanks to Jeanette Kingsbury from the Central Vermont Chamber of Commerce for hopping on the air with us this morning. We appreciate your eyes and ears. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in this morning and just being part of, well, the experience. What is this that I'm seeing right now? Is this really? Come on. The Mega Millions jackpot prize of $552 million was won by a ticket buyer in Illinois who did it the old-fashioned way. Purchased the ticket online. Does any one person really need $552 million? Oh, God. Don't forget, Celtics and Mavs going to face off in the NBA Finals today at the Garden. It's going to be amazing. I'll be watching, listening, paying attention. Red Sox, White Sox tonight. 8:10 first pitch. I think that's it, everyone. Stay well. God bless. Thanks to all of our sponsors. God, we love them. Being that it is Thursday, shout out to Nelson Ace Hardware, Fecto Homes, Optical Expressions, Gauthier's Quality Grounds and Maintenance, Preston's Kia, FGB Theaters, posting up the movies here in a little bit, William Ray VC, BCK Real Estate, Ruth Your Quick Lube and Auto Center, and many others. Peace. Be well. God bless. We'll catch you again real soon.